And for more, we want to welcome Dr. Eric Mandel, founder and director of Middle East Political Information Network. Dr. Mandel, thank you very much for joining us tonight. So, Trump wants to be peacemaker. Netanyahu wants total victory. These are not some, just rhetorical differences. These are different objectives. Now, interestingly enough, the goal is different. The path might be similar, or paths plural.
So the interests don't necessarily coincide.
Right.
I do believe from and listening to some of the reports that this sixth meeting between Trump and Netanyahu is the most consequential because it could shape the post-war outline in all Israel's theaters of combat. Now, the White House wants to move quickly, and it is focused and be more lenient on other theaters, but it is focused on Gaza. It wants to quickly have a technocratic government. It wants the International Stabilization Force to be there. It wants that Board of Peace to come together, and so they can announce it at Davos. So Bibi's job on the Gaza front has to be to convince President Trump and the rest of the administration that what they're proposing, having Hamas have light arms, is a guarantee that Hamas will be and remain the dominant force there. So the question is, this is always give and take. It's transactional. So the president might say, I'll be with you on Iranian ballistic missiles and a preemptive attack, and I'll give you more leeway with Hezbollah. But the two places that the president wants Israel to bend on, one is with al-Shira, maybe with buffer zones, and specifically what he looks at as his legacy is as he refers to, peace in Gaza. And so what could Bibi offer Trump? He could offer him things in the West Bank, maybe a promise to crack down on settler violence, settlement expansion, maybe something on buffers in Syria. Maybe that Israel will give more time for the LAF, the Lebanese Armed Forces, to disarm. And maybe this would be a big concession, but maybe giving some involvement of the Palestinian Authority in Gaza, maybe let them begin to disarm Hamas. That would actually, when Hamas goes and starts slaughtering Palestinian Authority security forces, it will prove to the administration that nobody but the IDF will be the ones to demilitarize or disarm Hamas.
Right. So Dr. Mandel, Iran, Gaza, Lebanon, Syria, no arena is easy, but among all those challenges, what would be easiest, quote unquote, to make some significant progress?
There's nothing easiest. It's like bad and worse. I think the president is most amenable to a preemptive Israeli attack on the ballistic missiles, which is an existential threat. The head of the International Crisis Group, Ali Vaez, has said that Iran is in fast production to be able to overwhelm Israel's anti-missile systems with 2,000 missiles at the same time. During the 12-day war altogether, there were 500 missiles. So that's something that has to be dealt with right away. They're not really rebuilding the nuclear. But the administration is still focused on the nuclear part. So there's an education process that has to go on here. So what's the easiest? It might be with al-Shira, maybe decreasing some of the buffer zone. It will not be Mount Hermon. That is too essential. And maybe to move towards some type of security arrangement. Supposedly Israel and Syria, with American help, are getting close to some type of agreement. That would be something to move forward with. Lebanon is a disaster in this, and from my point of view. Hezbollah is not retreating. They are slowly building up. They've made a very smart move and they're not responding, but they've received $1 billion in cash from Iran through Turkey. Turkey, what is nothing, they're looking to take over Syria, just like Iran controlled Syria before. So there are no easy theaters. One thing, hopefully, maybe there is something with the Abraham Accords, but I wouldn't count on it until Israel, there's something that comes out with Gaza positively from the president's view or the Arab countries' view.
Well, so Dr. Mandel, we shouldn't be flattening reality as if it was a football match or a soccer game, who wins and who loses. But are we able to define success, define not much so before the meeting begins?
Well, success, you have two different things going on right now. Success for Bibi, he's already in a political season. So he's trying to portray whatever he comes out of here as an Israeli victory and no daylight between the United States and Israel. Success for President Trump is going to revolve around the UN Security Council Resolution 2803, or the 20-point plan, which is basically the same thing, and to see tangible things occur there. And the move to phase two, which Israel does not want to do, rightly so. So how can they come out on the same page? I think one of the things that Bibi really needs to do is to explain to the president and then explain to the American people that this is not a one-way street, that Israel, why America is investing so much in Israel, is that America gets so much out of Israel. That, for example, when Israel struck Iran, that was in worldwide American interest, and it was very cost effective. I mean, there needs to be a case to explain Israeli cyber and military technology advances America. And that is something not to be taken for granted. So getting two victories for both of them, it's going to be a lot of spin that goes on, but hopefully, listen, American and Israeli interests do coincide.
Success is in the eye of the beholder, so to speak. Dr. Eric Mandel, founder and director of the Middle East Political Information Network. Thank you, as always, for your time and your insight. We appreciate it. Thank you, Dr. Mandel.
Thank you, Ellie.